Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from McFarlane Toys in their Batman 66 line, we are featuring the one and only Wonder Woman. Alright, so when they first unveiled photos of this action figure, I was so excited. There were only two other figures in the Batman 66 line that I was excited for. There was the Superman, and then there was also the Disco Nightwing. But man, oh man, when I saw photos of this, I'm like, this is awesome. Finally, I can complete the DC Trinity, but within the Batman 66 universe. And it looks great. It looks like it's very, very much inspired by the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. You know, it's almost like the exact same costume with some differences in the top. And of course, the face can't look like Linda Carter, but I think this is as close as you're going to get. It looks amazing. She comes with her lasso of truth over there. And on the back, and on the back of the box, we have a nice portrait, which is an up-close render. It's a computer render of the toy. And this is pulling from the comic book. So we have the comic book cover over here. Some lovely artwork. And this figure came out last year in 2024. So let's take this out. So when I was a kid growing up, I was first introduced to Wonder Woman, I think, through the live-action TV show with Linda Carter. Much like with Batman, I was first introduced to Batman through the old classic Batman 66 TV series. It wasn't until some years later that I was introduced to the characters through comic books and animation, but it was always the live action shows that really hooked me in. Alright, so with Wonder Woman, you get her lasso of truth, and this is an actual rope, which is a nice accessory. And it's cool too because on her belt, there's actually a small little hook right there. And then you can hang the lasso from it like that, which is beautiful. That looks so cool. So the figure itself, like I said, you know, it tries really, really hard to look like the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. You know, everything from the boots to the shorts. The top is a little bit different. The Linda Carter Wonder Woman, especially like around the eagle on the chest, is filled out with a lot more gold, but nonetheless, it looks pretty close. And I want to say the bands on the Linda Carter costume are actually a little bit longer. They're not as short as these are. Her flesh tone is a little bit pale. It's not as deep or rich in the pinks and reds as I would like, but it still presents itself very well. You know, the figure is very clean. The stars on the shorts printed incredibly well, as are the paint applications on the rest of the bodysuit. The head sculpt, even though it doesn't look like Linda Carter, it's still really well done. You'll notice some blue highlighting in the hair to add some volume and depth to all the layers. The tiara is gold with the red star in the middle like we're all accustomed to. And this is a really nice figure. Let me get this into focus. It's kind of fighting with my camera. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, gorgeous looking figure. In terms of her articulation, her head does move left and right. Her arms go up and also outward. Single pinned elbow, and there's also a mild swivel. Is there waist articulation? Can't tell. It looks like there's a cut beneath the belt, and it seems like you might be able to swivel it, but on my figure, it's incredibly tight, and I don't want to force it. Her legs are articulated at the hips, allowing them to kick up and then bend at the knees. And the knees, do they swivel? They do not swivel. So there is no swivel at the knees, but that's all right. Wonder Woman stands in at about 6 inches, and it's cool. I've been waiting to do this. I could finally assemble the DC Holy Trinity of characters. We have Superman, Wonder Woman, and of course, Batman. And this is just fantastic. If you always kind of imagined like the Linda Carter Wonder Woman meeting the 66 Batman, this is as close as you'll get in action figure form. I always kind of felt like the Superman they pulled from the comic book series kind of resembled like a younger George Reeves. But yeah, this is this is so cool. I dig this so much. I've been waiting to do this forever. And then we could pull out Robin. Yeah, so very stoked. Let's grab a couple of other characters. We have the Disco Nightwing. Also from the Batman 66 comic book series. This is probably one of my favorite action figures ever, period. Doesn't matter what line it is. I think this is awesome. So yeah, here we are. We have our heroes all lined up. So I am so stoked on this. I can't recommend the Batman classic TV series enough. The only mark I have against it is that the articulation on some of the figures is kind of... it's not the best. You know, some figures, they don't articulate all that well. Sometimes the joints are too tight. Sometimes the range of motion on the limbs isn't the greatest. But in terms of overall presentation, these figures are just second to none. They are so amazing, each and every one of them. You know, none of them have disappointed me yet. All right, so let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.